What's up, everybody? This is Skyblast6. We're here with Dylan doing a deck profile of his Evilswarm. Sky.
Alright, I've taken my Evilswarms here and I've topped a fair amount of times, beaten dragons, decent amount, and spellbooks, all that other plants and other crap. So I'm just gonna get right to the deck list. Yeah, Rabbit. I know it's at 1, but I still like to play it, especially it's good to open up every single, with it, and I just love it. It's bunny, so I still play it. Of course, with the bunny, you got the 3 heliotropes. Necessary. Now, I don't run infection, and I know people like to, but to recycle these back in if they somehow get dead. But I just can't find the room for it, and I just don't like to use it. We got 3 caster, of course. 3 Thunderbird, absolutely necessary. Some people like to play 2, but I like the 3rd. Sometimes I happen to run a lure in the deck if maybe one thing gets dead, but most of the time I just love even top decking Thunderbird just for that extra damage. We got 3 Kirkions. Now, if I sometimes side out the 3rd, depending on what I'm siding in. Like, we'll get into the side deck later, I'll explain that later, but I love main decking 3. You never want to open with it early game, you always want to top deck it late. 2 Mandragora. I know some people like 3, but I only like running 2 because sometimes it can be a dead draw, and it's very just meh to have in the deck of 3. Just don't like it. 2 Maxies. Now, some people debate about this, but I think Maxi is absolutely necessary in this format specifically. There's just so much shit and bullshit going on that you still need it. And I know that some people don't like this either. My last 2 monsters are 2 Veilers. Now, also with all of the shit going on, I like the 2 Veilers. It's some monster count like 19, 20, something like that. It's fair. On the spells, we have 3 Pandemic. Now, I know people also like to run this maybe at 2 sometimes, but with all that 5 background now and heavy being gone, a lot of people are going to be like, oh, I can set 5 traps and be okay with it. This is why that you absolutely need a 3 Pandemic, along with 5 backrow scenario, triple MST. Rotom, search out the caster, allure for sometimes dead monsters in hand, and Dark Hole. Absolutely awesome to have in here. Dark Hole, Chain Pandemic, broken. And last 2 spells I play are 2 Lance. I originally played 2 Dress and 3 Dress, and I was experimenting, but I just like Lance a little bit better because it's more versatile in my opinion, and it's just easier to go through.
Especially with the fact that Dress you have to activate before.
Exactly. Sometimes Dress can be a little bit conditional, and it's also has fucked me over a lot of times too. So on the traps now, I do run a decent amount of traps, but they always get there in my opinion. Triple Phoenix Chain. To go with the Veilers, effects, you need to stop effects. This format is absolutely necessary. The 1 Torrential, now it's limited to 1, but it's still needed. Still very needed. Torrential, Pandemic, all their shit dies, your shit's safe. The 1 Bottomless, I still like it. 2D Prisons, still absolutely necessary for things that can't be destroyed. Doesn't say nothing about Banish. 2 Mirror Forces, just to protect the Ophion. That's all, still what the deck does, protect the Ophion and punch. I still play 1 comp. I mean, big loss with comp being at 1, but it's just funny to them do all this big stuff to get this thing out of the extra deck, and then, oh, comp, you're dead. Solemn Warning, only allowed 1, and my last tech-in is Xyz Reborn. Now, sometimes I side this out, but it's broken against dragons when they get Ophion off the field and they think they have me beat. And I just play, oh, Xyz Reborn, bring back Ophion. Your move.
So basically, you don't draw. In other words, if you
that's pretty much it for the main deck. Now, on to the extra deck. We have 1 Cowboy, necessary for those endgame plays. If your opponent's down to this much, boom. Dweller. It's still not as relevant as much anymore, but it's still necessary because I think Murmurs are definitely going to make a comeback, no doubt about it. Mindstroke, number 50 Black Strip of Corn. Now I put in Papilloperative because it gets there against certain things. Number 66, definitely good to have this and Ophion out in the field, protect the Ophion too, and it's just really good, nasty combo to have in the field. You have Gemini Pearl, just for those at that 2600, he's good, secret rare. Number 85, Crazy Box. Now, I know people are going to be like, wait, what the hell are you doing?
Why would you play Crazy Box?
Well, it's a simple scenario. Number 1, it's still your very good ERAD target. Number 2, if somebody happens to run a deck that runs Skill Drain or some magical bullshit like that, then you can just go, oh, Crazy Box, attack, attack, attack. It's also that, I mean, I never at all would I ever go into it unless that was the scenario. If it was ERAD or Skill Drain, that's it. But it's been working out for me, and I actually did pull it off a few times. To the Evilswarm's parts, we have one Thanatos. Everyone needs to remember one. He's just an extra guy, but he's also very good. Two Bahamut, absolutely necessary now, and you can just steal their shit. It's kind of like a big eye, and it's just fun to do that. Like, you can Bahamut a big eye and then steal something else, which is even more broken. Triple Ophion, of course. Need to have it with materials. Neil playing a special summon level 5 or higher, and detach or search out Pandemic. And last but not least, I tech one Ouroboros.
Too good.
Too good. Shockmaster gone. Definitely need this card. Lastly, onto the side deck, I run 2 DD Assailants. Now, obviously, you can attack with this guy if you want to, but most of the time I just like to set him, let him die, and let one of their big guys get banished. Triple E-Virus, absolutely against dragons. They're still a major threat to the deck, even though you may not think so with Ophion. Just steal their guys and do whatever you possibly can to get them out of the way. 2 Falsadina, that one's my second one's in my other deck, but Falsadina is absolutely necessary too. If someone likes to spam cards anyway, then just punishes players that like to spam. Mind Control, sometimes I like to, like in the mirror match for example, I Mind Control one of their Evilswarms and use it to my own advantage, which is very good.
Mind Control's too good this format.
Very good. Now, I know the next card might be a lot controversy, but 2 Necro Valley. Now, by that, it just shuts down, basically shuts down dragons, and there's a lot of decks that it stops. I mean, of course, this is what I was talking about earlier, where I'd probably side out the 3rd Kirkion or something like that, but it really is good, this format, and even people who top of regionals have the same idea too. 2 Twisters, Royal Decree, and Skill Drain also hurt this deck a lot, so you want to get that out of the way, so having 3 MSTs and 2 of these in the deck makes up for Heavy being gone. The 1 ERAD, necessary. Of course, get rid of spellbooks, etc. And lastly, well, I'm missing a Vanity's Emptiness. I just need that. And 2 Goes in Match, which is very good against certain decks. Dragons, example, windups, they can still pull magical BS out of their hat, I don't know, but Goes in's necessary too. So that's pretty much the deck, and like, comment, subscribe, etc.
Alright, thanks, Dylan. We'll see you later.
Alright, see you later.